Similarly, when Paul says that Jesus was crucified, mythicists will say, yes, in the firmament, by demons. Now, this is not what mythicists believe. This is what they think Paul believed. And to justify this, they heavily rely on a book called the Ascension of Isaiah. The problem is, Paul never quotes the Ascension of Isaiah. He quotes the Torah a lot. He quotes Greek literature a lot. He quotes Plato's Republic multiple times. So why doesn't he ever quote the Ascension of Isaiah if everything he's talking about is coming from that book?
Well, Dr. Carrier never says that Paul got this idea from the Ascension of Isaiah. The Ascension of Isaiah is too late of a document for Paul to have gotten any of his information from. Dr. Carrier uses the Ascension of Isaiah to demonstrate that there were at least some early Christians that believed that Jesus descended from the upper heavens to the firmament only to be killed by Satan and his demons, then to be buried, and then to resurrect, absolving their sins. Now, as far as what Paul's sources were for the crucifixion of Jesus, if we look to 1 Corinthians 15:3-4, we'll find that Paul only ever identifies Scripture as being his source for knowing about the crucifixion. The idea that Satan and his demons crucified Jesus comes from 1 Corinthians 2:6-10. Yet among the mature we do impart wisdom, although it is not a wisdom of this age, or of the rulers of this age, who are doomed to pass away. But we impart a secret and hidden wisdom of God, which God decreed before the ages of our glory. None of the rulers of this age understood this, for if they had, they would not have crucified the Lord of glory. But, as it is written, what no eye has seen, nor ear heard, nor the heart of man imagined, what God has prepared for those who love him. These things God has revealed to us through the Spirit, for the Spirit searches everything, even the depths of God. 1 Corinthians 2:6-10. So, Paul attributes the death of Jesus to the rulers of this age, or the archons of this aeon. A similar term is used by Paul in 2 Corinthians 4:4. In their case, the God of this world has blinded the minds of the unbelievers, to keep them from seeing the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. 2 Corinthians 4:4. In Jewish theology, demons or demonic divine beings seem to have inhabited the firmament of the heavens. This is well known in the scholarship and is congruent with other pagan beliefs surrounding that area. So thinking that there were demons or evil spirits inhabiting the air or even lower portions of the heavens was a common belief at the time. But I really don't think that Paul could be talking about the Romans in this passage. For one thing, the Romans didn't believe in the Jewish theology concerning the Messiah, so why would they have a vested interest in preventing the absolution of everyone's sins? The only group that would have prevented the crucifixion, considering the consequences of the crucifixion and considering Paul's theology, would have been Satan and his demons. Paul consistently describes the enemies of both Christians and Christ to be the principalities and powers of this world. They are the ones that don't want people to have salvation because they want to keep this world for them. They would have a vested interest in preventing the persecution and death of the Messiah. More importantly, though, early church fathers also interpreted Paul's words here to mean Satan and his demons. Early church father Origen, in commentary on 1 Corinthians, explicitly states this. So early Christians also understood this rulers of this age to be about demons and Satan. Also, assuming that the rulers of this age are the Romans makes the second half of this passage rather confusing. You mean that he's saying that the Romans are the ones that killed Jesus, yet they also had never heard, seen, or imagined it happening? Also, how is it that the Romans killed Jesus, but the only way that it was revealed was through the Spirit of God? These are questions that, assuming the rulers of this age are the Romans, simply cannot answer. So, in summary, Minimal Mythicism never says that Paul got his information about Satan and his demons crucifying Jesus from the Ascension of Isaiah. What Minimal Mythicism says is that a common belief amongst some Christians at the time was that Jesus descended from the upper levels of heaven down to the firmament, where Satan and his demons then proceeded to persecute and kill him on a cross, to which he was then buried and resurrected, ascending back up to the upper levels of heaven, like the Ascension of Isaiah says, and this whole idea is parsimonious with the theology of Paul. If we're looking to show that Paul could have plausibly believed this entire scenario, we would want to show that other Christians along the same lines as Paul would have also believed it, and that's what the Ascension of Isaiah accomplishes. And again, all of this information is directly contained and easily found in Dr. Carrier's book, the same book that Captain Dadpool held up in the air and claimed that he has read.